Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about the Columbus Blue Jackets and them right now upsetting the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now Columbus has taken a 3-0 series lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning, so how have they done it up to this point? Can they pull off the sweep and pull off the massive upset over the Lightning? Watch till the end to find out. Now, to the surprise of basically everybody and their playoff brackets, the 8th seed Columbus Blue Jackets have taken a 3-0 lead over the President's Trophy winning Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, for the Tampa Bay Lightning, this has been a baffling series so far. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, before this series, they hadn't lost 3 straight games in a row this season. But they started out the series losing 1, then losing 2, then losing 3 straight, and having the Columbus Blue Jackets taking the 3-0 lead. Again, Tampa not even losing 3 straight this season. This is about maybe the worst possible time to do that if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, with the 3 straight losses, the Tampa Bay Lightning are in kind of elite company. Now, not great company, but very, very slim company. When it comes to President's Trophy winners that have lost 3 straight games to start out a series, they are the second team to do so behind the 2012 Vancouver Canucks, who won the President's Trophy and, of course, lost to the eventual Stanley Cup winners, the 2012 LA Kings. And you certainly do not want to be in that category. The 2012 Canucks were certainly a blasphemous team that was amazing in the regular season and just crumbled in the first round. And Tampa Bay being in that position that the Vancouver Canucks were in back then is not good. And the Vancouver Canucks ended up losing that series in 5. So it doesn't really paint a great picture for Tampa Bay to have any chance in this playoff series going forward. And obviously you can tell, things aren't going the greatest for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but on the flip side, everything has gone right for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sergei Bobrovsky has looked like a playoff goaltender, finally transitioning his regular season performance onto the playoffs, and finally is playing like the elite goaltender in the playoffs we all knew he had the potential to be. The defense has been fantastic so far. Guys like Seth Jones, Werenski, the whole group there is playing fantastic defensively, really shutting down the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they're of course fantastic forwards. And the same thing goes for the forward group. Guys like Matt Duchene have been freaking awesome for Columbus, and the depth in Columbus right now, especially with the forward group, is bar none. They're really all working together, and almost everything is going right to topple the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, we also got to remember that Tampa had a 3-0 lead going into the second period of Game 1. Now, I'm not exactly sure what John Tortorella said to the Columbus Blue Jackets, but man, did it work. And right now, the Columbus Blue Jackets are working in every single facet, every single area. Again, to take a 3-0 lead over the freaking Tampa Bay Lightning is something that maybe a team like Boston could potentially do, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, who finished in the second wild card, again, I don't think anybody expected that. And when it comes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, they've never won 3 games in a playoff series. Again, with the Columbus Blue Jackets, they have yet to win a playoff series. So already, before they even advance to the second round, Columbus has made some history with their franchise, which is fantastic to see. Again, a series that not a lot of people gave Columbus the benefit of the doubt in. I saw them personally winning 2 games in Tampa, advancing to the second round, but Columbus has looked way better than even I expected, and I was a guy giving them a little bit of slack, saying that they could be a lot better than people did expect. And that's just Columbus pretty much blowing out expectations out of the water and right now dominating over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this lead right now, this potential series win, means more for the Columbus Blue Jackets in just one way. When it comes to Columbus Blue Jackets, again, they haven't had a second round, or they haven't been in the second round in their entire franchise history. That'll be huge if they're able to advance then. But another big thing is also Panarin and Sergei Bobrovsky, both guys who have been rumored to leave in the offseason to free agency to teams like New York, to teams like Florida. We've seen those rumors time and time again. But let's say Columbus goes far in the playoffs, maybe goes to the Eastern Conference Final, loses or something. That would still improve Columbus in the minds of Panarin and Bobrovsky and could entice them to come back. Now, I think those guys would still be pretty enticed to go free agency and get as much money as possible, but Columbus would definitely improve in their eyes, and I think it would be a lot better of a chance for them to actually come back if they do go on the playoff front, which right now is looking like a pretty great chance. Now, right now for the Columbus Blue Jackets, almost everything is going right. It's being fantastic. The team is playing well. The franchise is looking to be in a great state, but for the Tampa Bay Lightning, it looks a little bit different right now. Now, for the Tampa Bay Lightning, again, they tied the Detroit Red Wings for the most wins in regular season history. The Tampa Bay Lightning are a pretty solid team, but so far in this series, I have not been impressed with them whatsoever. Again, that first period was good, but it wasn't exactly dominant, and after that first period in Game 1, they just completely fell off and looked like an average NHL team at best. And for the Tampa Bay Lightning to be so good, but to crumble mentally and physically in the playoffs, it's such an incredibly bad feat that the Tampa Bay Lightning may not even come out from. I mean, it's such a great improvement to be so good in the regular season, season, but to fail like this in the playoffs is a massive yikes. Now, some of you guys already know, Tampa Bay is my second favorite team. They'll stay that way for a pretty long time, I sure hope. But when it comes to the Tampa Bay Lightning, I just have not been impressed with them whatsoever. Offensively, it's dried up. Defensively, they've been absolutely horrendous. Vasilevsky has been the only reason why this playoff series has been close-ish, kind of, in the games. He's been okay. Like, he's been probably their best player on the team, and that's saying something because he hasn't even been that great either. But when it comes to the Tampa Bay Lightning, everything is basically falling off at this point, and at the exact wrong time. Again, losing 3 straight for the first time of the season in the first round of the playoffs is not a good look whatsoever. And while I would have said that Tampa would have the best chance of going down 3-0 and coming back in the series to win it, I just don't really believe in that with this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Right now, they look unmotivated, they look unskilled, frankly, and they look deflated. And if you're going down 3-0 versus a team like Columbus, yes, I would expect that from them, but at the same time, the Tampa Bay Lightning should be better than this. They should at least win a game versus Columbus. That has to at least happen. But right now, I just don't have too much faith in that happening. I see Columbus likely sweeping the Tampa Bay Lightning, and if they end up doing that will create some big change for Tampa, some change that maybe they don't need to make, but some changes in that locker room. I don't think they're going to fire John Cooper, but I think he could be on the hot seat at that point. When it comes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, again, the upset that they had has pretty much been historic right now, and for the Tampa Bay Lightning, unfortunately, they have to be at the other end of it. And obviously, I'd love to see the Tampa Bay Lightning win this series, but right now, they definitely do not deserve to do so. They deserve to lose this series, but not just lose this series, get swept for how they played so far. Offensively, defensively, goaltending, everything has been outmatched by the Columbus Blue Jackets in every facet and everything imaginable in the game right now. When it comes to Columbus Blue Jackets, they totally deserve to win this series. They deserve to sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning, and right now, for the Lightning, this play is unacceptable and should absolutely 100% not be tolerated for the team that they were so good in the regular season. The Columbus Blue Jackets, being a team that was 2 points away from missing the NHL playoffs, has come to play versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, again, taking the 3-0 lead, and right now, they definitely do deserve it. They deserve that playoff series lead, and they deserve to sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, for the Lightning, this play is unacceptable, should not be tolerated, and for the playoffs, is an absolute failure. But for the Columbus Blue Jackets, being up 3-0 in this series versus Tampa Bay, they definitely do deserve to win this one, and right now, they're looking fantastic. If they continue to play like they have played versus Tampa, they can go a long way and continue the upset run that they've had so far, being the ultimate underdog, being the second wildcard team, maybe replicating Nashville and their run back in 2017. But of course, with this video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below. So let me know, what do you think about this Tampa Bay Lightning versus Columbus Blue Jackets series? What do you think about how both teams have played so far? Do you think the Tampa Bay Lightning can maybe come back in this series? Or do you buy the Columbus Blue Jackets upset story? Do you see them going a long way, or maybe losing in round 2 after this series? But if you guys want some more Grav videos just like this one, you can click on this card right here to watch my video about Nikita Kucherov and him getting suspended for 1 game. But that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Again, comment down below your thoughts on Tampa Bay Lightning versus Columbus Blue Jackets series, and the Blue Jackets taking that 3-0 series lead. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Goodbye.